Hey y'all, it's your friendly neighborhood therapist again. Just one more time for this evening because there's a story that I came across that I was like, hmm, wonder if anyone's heard about this one. And it fits squarely into our series in racial discrepancies and disparities in how things are reported through the news and the media and how they are handled based on what? Race. So, Keisha Golden, does that name ring a bell for anybody? Today was my first time hearing that name. And the case that we're going to discuss happened in 2022. Well, it started there. That's when the incident occurred. And I bring it up because I'm putting it in juxtaposition of another current case that you likely have heard about, but I'll get to that in a second. So, on August 24th of this year, Chicago resident Keisha Golden pled guilty to a reduced charge of Class 3 involuntary manslaughter, avoiding a first-degree murder trial and prison time for the October 2022 stabbing death of her boyfriend, Calvin Sidney. Under the terms of the plea deal approved by Cook County Judge Stephen Watkins, Golden was sentenced to 24 months of probation. But be clear, domestic violence advocates have spent months rallying for the charges against her to be dropped entirely, maintaining that she acted in self-defense while 8 months pregnant. Now, let me tell you the background of this story because this about pissed me off. The fatal encounter occurred on October 23, 2022, following the couple's baby shower. The prosecution and the defense presented vastly different narratives of the events. The defense's stance: Golden's defense attorney stated she was a survivor of severe, prolonged domestic abuse. They presented evidence that she had called 911 approximately 50 times in the years leading up to the incident and had previously been treated in an emergency room after being strangled while pregnant. On the night of the incident, her attorneys alleged that Sydney attacked her and repeatedly smashed her head into a kitchen counter, which there was proof of, prompting her to stab him once in the leg to protect herself and her unborn child. That single strike accidentally severed his femoral artery, causing him to bleed to death. Now, the prosecution said that the confrontation began over a minor argument involving a microwave, but that really doesn't matter because why are you bashing a woman's head into the kitchen counter over a microwave? But neither here nor there. According to court filings, after an initial physical scuffle in the kitchen, Sydney's uncle separated the couple and Sydney went into a bedroom to lie down. Prosecutors alleged that Golden then fetched a knife from the kitchen, walked into the bedroom, and stabbed an unarmed Sydney on the bed, escalating the situation when she was already out of immediate danger. Are y'all insane? At the top of this year, I did several videos about all the droves of black women that were being murdered by their partners, by their husbands, by their boyfriends, by their children's father, happening after church on Easter Sunday, a pastor, a woman murdered by her husband. Like, there were so many black women at the beginning of this year that were murdered by an intimate partner. Do you genuinely believe that any woman should take that risk at this point and not save her own life? Anyway, aftermath and legal ramifications. While the plea agreement allowed Golden to return home to raise her now 3-year-old daughter, her legal team noted that the felony conviction carries severe lifelong consequences. The felony conviction completely disqualifies Golden from pursuing her trained career path as a certified nursing assistant. Her defense noted that the record will significantly restrict her future housing and general job opportunities. Her public defenders have stated that they plan to petition Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker for a formal pardon. Members of Calvin Sidney's family were present in court and expressed dissatisfaction with the plea deal, stating that the probation sentence did not deliver true justice for their loss. Your family member was a woman beater. Your family member choked a woman while she was pregnant. Your family member literally could have killed this woman and that baby. This woman, Keisha Golden, has proof of this. Over 50 calls to the police, emergency room visits, bruises. We have got to stop coddling grown men who put their hands on women in this way. Mind you, I'm a firm believer that nobody should be putting their hands on anybody because there are women out here who put their hands on men, and y'all need to stop that. Domestic violence is very serious and it impacts a whole lot of people. And y'all might be wondering, well, if she called the police over 50 times, why was she still there? Let's not get into that discussion because we know that it often takes a victim of domestic violence up to 7 times to truly leave the situation for various reasons. We're not going to keep going over the same thing. And don't keep saying what you would do. Well, it couldn't have been me. You don't know if it could have been you because it ain't never been you. That's our problem. We have no empathy. We constantly say what we wouldn't do or what we would do when we ain't never even been in the situation. Stop that. Stop that because it could easily be you. No matter how many times you try to say it can't be, you never know what you might end up getting into. And The universe, God, whatever you believe in, has a way of showing you that it could be you. So just please, I want us to stop with this narrative of that couldn't have been me. She was being stupid. She should have left. You are not her. You have probably never been in a situation like that. And just because you believe you wouldn't does not mean that's true. Anyway, in my personal opinion, she doesn't need to have any charges on her. That was self defense. Doesn't need to be no probation. That felony needs to be gone. That needs to be expunged, removed, whatever you call it, because she saved her and her child's life. Because who knows, she could be dead today if she hadn't have done what she did. And it's funny how only people of a certain complexion can claim self defense in this country, or at least that's what it's starting to seem like. Now, anyway, the reason why I brought it up is because I know y'all haven't heard about Keisha Golden, most of you, but I bet you've heard about Lindsay Clancy. And therein lies my point. Lindsay Clancy's name has been all over the news and social media. This is the case where the woman killed her three children, severe postpartum psychosis, all these things. Some people believe the husband did it. Listen, I done read the story. I know what I think, and it doesn't matter. My point is, you've heard the story, and it's been everywhere. Meanwhile, Keisha Golden never got that same media attention. Now, that being said, another thing I want y'all to chill out with is saying that postpartum depression and psychosis is not real. If you have not experienced it, please shut up. I have worked with women who have experienced it. I have four children. I have experienced postpartum depression. I have not experienced postpartum psychosis, but I know that it could get there if you are not supported and if you don't get the help that you need. So, that being said, that's another area where y'all need to watch your mouth, especially if you're a man. This one here, if you're a man, please, please, you ain't never gonna carry no baby, so shut your mouth. Period, point blank. That being said, if you know about Lindsay Clancy, there's no reason you shouldn't know about Keisha Golden. And the only reason that you wouldn't know about Keisha Golden is why? Racial discrepancies and disparities in news reporting. And that's all I got for y'all tonight. Y'all have a beautiful, wonderful rest of y'all evening. And I will holler at y'all later.